Hello, this is Clava321, and this is not a tutorial, it's just something I've been working on. Here's some source code that I've been working on, and I'm using NetBeans because it's a nice IDE for this certain project, and it handles object-oriented programming very well. Anyway, so here's kind of a preview of what I'm working on. This is the dynamically generated version. So if I refresh, I have this thing being a random number that's being put into base64. Encoding, so it's just kind of random letters and numbers almost. And then here, as you can see, I have jQuery scrolling up and down with events, and these are just pretty much random numbers. This is the name I put in. And so I have this display area here, which is made up of columns. So I specified that there are two columns, this one and this one. So there's a left column and then there's a right column. And I am using the Fluid 960 grid system, so if I refresh, as you can see, everything is kind of like gradual. However, I have it so it's at a minimum width of 960 and a maximum width of 1600. So it's kind of cool. And then if you notice, the background kind of looks like glass. I'm using CSS to kind of do that. So it's pretty nice, and as you can see, the background moves along inside of the window with the background of the back. I'm using that by background attachment fixed position 00 on both the background here on the body and the background inside of my wrapper. And then I'm using RGBA background to have a kind of overlaying lightness to it, and I'm just kind of using some Latin stuff to fill in some text right now. So back to the source, I have a master template PHP thing that I have. It prepares the stuff with the variables, and then here's the display for the generic stuff like navigation notices and so on, which I'll plan to fit with later. Then I have a main page, which is kind of utilizing this master page as its main thing, and the core here, I'm using Smarty, so I am using different template files to handle stuff including windows and the grids and all that wonderful stuff. So here I am saying, too bad I can't really zoom up right now. I don't think yeah, it doesn't want to zoom, but it says display leads to get column 1, which should go to the right column since everything starts from 0. The offset, therefore, for the left is 0, and for the right it should be 1, since there are only 2. And then I'm going to add a window, and it's going to be a new window. I'm just saying page name, hello, in German or whatever. I could just go and type in, I like chicken noodle soup. And if I save that, refresh here, you can see here it says, I like chicken noodle soup. And back to the source code, I have a 0 here as an optional parameter, which pretty much says stick this new window inside of this location at this offset, or rather at this specific offset. So what I'm using in my display class is array slicing to kind of cut apart the array into 2 pieces and then merge them together eventually, so I have everything there. And I'm using a bunch of reference, so I'm using the ampersand everywhere. So if I go back to my main page, I pretty much have a generic name I'm using as render for everything. So I'm saying the page contents render is equal to the display render. And the display is first gotten by the master display, because the master has the stuff like navigation, other wonderful stuff that should be pre-generated independently. And then I can kind of stick stuff in later on. And then display it. So there's a difference here between display and fetch that Smarty uses. So like in my display class, I have, like for the column, it's going to be using the grid template. As you can see here, it says grid.tpl. I'm using fetch, so it grabs it as a string instead of printing it out on the page. And the same thing for Windows. So it's kind of cool. It's really lightweight right now and how much stuff it has. But just kind of giving you a preview that I'm not just kind of dead here. I am still doing web stuff. It's just that I don't have much time to make videos anymore because I am in college. However, I do plan to release some more tutorials soon. As a couple of people suggested, why not try to do something like running a blog with a guest book feature to it that has some special other stuff. Okay? Bye.